Hi guys, welcome to this week's vlog. I have good news and I have bad news. The bad news is that at the airport, when we were getting on our flight to Japan, I ended up dropping my camera on the ground, multiple feet off the ground. And there was an audible crack. But whenever I picked the camera up, was trying to like film stuff, it was absolutely fine. And I had no issues out of it. But that first day in Japan, I was trying to take footage and the whole camera was just like shaking. And I think I have the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. The gimbal, like the video part of the camera, is not very well protected. So any drop at all will like put this camera out of commission. Anyway, so I was still filming on this camera for like the majority of the day, or like sitting down in cafes, I was still filming with it. But I was like, you know what? I have the new iPhone, let me just film my YouTube video on my iPhone. Like, yes, the quality is going to be a little bit different, but at least I'll still have these memories. So whenever we got back to America, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna lose time on my vacation like editing a YouTube video. Like, I want to be fully here, I want to be fully in the moment. I was sitting down in the airport lounge and none of my footage took on my camera. Now the day before, all the footage was there. All of my footage from Japan was there. But as soon as I sat down to edit it, it said that I had no files on my camera. So I think my camera ended up wiping my SD card clean. How is that possible? I do not know. So I was like, oh, they're gonna be pissed that number one, I'm not posting a vlog this week. And then number two, I have little to no Japan content, at least on my camera anyway. So I was like, oh my God, like I literally do not know what I'm gonna do. But I was like, you know what? I filmed a lot on my phone. So let me just put it into like a little video montage for them and kind of talk them through how our Japan trip went. So that's what we're gonna do. So the first half of this vlog is just me telling y'all about Japan and then also letting y'all see all the cool stuff that we did. So number one, I got off of my 12-hour night shift. I'm still on orientation. Got off of work, drove all the way home, took a shower. I think I was able to sleep for like maybe 2 hours or so. And then after that 2 hours were up, we went to Dillard's before we went to the airport. Because, not Dillard's, Belk. We went to Belk because I needed to pick up my overalls because I saw Emily Kaiser, she had on these cute Levi overalls and they just so happened to have them in stock in the Belk near me. So we get to the airport. Our flight is at like 3 something. And as we're in the car, they push it back like an hour and a half. So we're like, okay, well, we'll just sit in the car and, we'll wait and, it'll be whatever. But Justin was like, no, like I'm really hungry, like let's just go into the airport and eat, which I would have preferred us eating outside the airport because inside the airport, obviously it's gonna be really expensive. So we go into the airport, we get everything checked in, we go to Chick-fil-A, eating at Chick-fil-A. We have our first flight from Birmingham to Dallas. And I think our layover in Dallas was pretty short. So from Birmingham to Dallas, from Dallas to Chicago, from Chicago to Japan. Now, when we got to Chicago, I think it was like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. And I think our flight left like right before midnight. So we're sitting at the gate. There's like nobody at the gate. And we have American Airlines. Like that's just who we used to fly through because it's always just been the most convenient for us. And the prices are just a lot better. Anyway, there was like nobody there. So then they made an all-call announcement. And they were like, now boarding. I think we were at gate K16. They're like, now boarding at gate K11 for the flight to Tokyo, whatever. I was like, what? Like, I'm glad we heard that. Like, we weren't asleep or in the bathroom or something. We go to the, like, international part, and everybody's lining up, and then I had my camera in the side pocket of my travel backpack. And I said before I even got up that I needed to move it. I forgot. I kind of leaned over to do something, and it fell right out. Whatever. This flight was 13 and a half hours, which is the longest that Justin and I have ever flown before. So we were like, wow, this is going to be a very unique experience. And I have absolutely no idea how this is going to go. I have absolutely no idea how this is going to turn out. So we got on the flight and there was nobody in the middle seat. It was me and it was Justin. Nobody in the middle seat. We were so freaking happy. And that flight, like, there just were not a lot of people on that plane. Now the people around us, like everybody, have people with them in the seat, but there was nobody in the middle seat. And I am somebody that like melatonin does not work for me. Benadryl does not work for me. The only thing that seems to work to help to get me to sleep is Unisom. So I was like, okay, pop me a Unisom. Girl, I woke up 8 hours later. And Justin was like, yeah, we only have 4 hours left of this flight. What? So yeah, I slept very, very good on that flight. Like, even though I wasn't even super comfortable, it didn't matter because I took the Unison. So I slept so good. And I was like in and out, in and out. Like, I wake up for a second, go right back to sleep. Wake up for a second, go right back to sleep. Like, I was all over the place. So then we're finally able to get off the plane. Now, we flew into HND, which, Haneda? I don't know. Anyway, we flew into that airport. And we said before we even got to Tokyo that we were going to be utilizing the transit system as much as we can because people said that it was, very fast, very efficient, whatever. And in Italy, we were able to navigate the train system pretty well. And even in Switzerland, like, even though we made that one mistake and ended up in Germany, like, after that, we had a pretty good knowledge of what the transit system looked like in different countries. Now, the only thing that I was a little concerned about, and I was like, I can't read Japanese symbols, and I feel like if the train system is as fast and as efficient as people say, we're not going to have time to be piecing together Japanese symbols. But thankfully, they also had like the regular lettered words, which was great. So anyway, we were like, we're just going to take an Uber first home because, we have this luggage and yada yada. So in Japan, since their transit system is so, efficient, most people aren't taking Ubers because for the price of an Uber, you could have taken 20 plus trains. So whatever, we're trying to find the Uber. My phone data isn't working. The airport Wi-Fi isn't working. So I'm having to download Uber on my iPad. My iPad's not working. I try to pull it up on my phone. It finally works on my phone. So I was like, okay, now we have the Uber app pulled up. We need to figure out where the pickup spot is. So we figure out where the pickup spot allegedly is after like 20 minutes. And I'm like messaging with the Uber guy and he's trying to find us and we're trying to find him. He eventually finds us and he takes us to our Airbnb, which is maybe like 15 minutes away from the airport. It was very, very quick. So we get into the Airbnb, the check-in instructions are extremely smooth, and we get into the place and everything is just like very, 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 very small. Like, how like when you get older, like you go back to in elementary school to either like pick up your kids or like visit your nephew or, whatever. And everything just seems so miniature, but like when you were in elementary school, everything was just like normal size. We felt like giants inside of that hotel room. Like, it was just everything was just so small and just like so low to the ground, but it wasn't necessarily like a bad accommodation. That's just how things are in Japan. So, you have to adapt and, get with the time, whatever. So we're in there, and number one, I'm somebody that has to go to the bathroom all the time. So when we first got to the airport, of course I had to go pee really bad. Going to the airport, the stalls are like floor to ceiling. No cracks in the doors, no cracks under the bottom. And then you turn and there's like this huge panel on the wall and like all these buttons and whatever. As soon as you sit on the toilet, number one, they have like little scrubbing thingies for you to clean the toilet and then like little plastic for you to put on the toilet too, which is really cool. But as soon as you sit on the toilet, it starts playing rain sounds to help you like go pee. What? It was fantastic. And the toilet seats are heated. I didn't know how I would feel about that, but I ended up liking it a whole bunch. So yeah, the bathroom was really nice. And since we got there at like 4 a.m., we were like, okay, we can sleep from like 4 to 8, but then we need to get up and we need to have a full day. Like, I understand that both of us are jet lagged, but we need to make the most of our time, especially since we had to push our vacation up a day because of my orientation schedule and because I didn't get off work until 8. So like, we had a flight for the 19th, but I worked the 19th and I wouldn't get off until the 20th at 8. And then I had a meeting with minors educator. Like, it was a lot that had to go into this. So we ended up having to move. So we already lost today. So we needed to make sure that we were maximizing the days that we were actually going to be there. So we showered and then we lay down and then we got up and we had our first full day in Tokyo. Now, the first thing that we did, I have been seeing all over my TikTok these viral pancakes, viral fluffy, like jiggly pancakes, whatever. And so we were trying to decide between two. There was Flippers pancakes and then there was also rainbow pancakes. Flippers, they said that the line sometimes is like all the way down the street and you have to wait for hours and hours and hours. And they were like, rainbow is more like low key, but the pancakes are still good. I saw that rainbow had Halloween pancakes, so I was like, sold. So we went to rainbow. Now, this is the point of the vlog where I was like, okay, my camera isn't working. Like, whatever, we're going to have to, add some footage. So whatever, we went to rainbow. The pancakes were amazing. And they serve it with like ice cream. I got a little Black Cat graham cracker. It was genuinely like one of the best pancakes I've ever had. Like, it was so good. It was so soft. And a lot of people say that like it has a really big eggy taste, and I hate, like, if it's not eggs, I don't need it to taste like eggs. Like sometimes French toast will turn me off a little bit because it ends up just tasting like wet egg bread, but I have no complaints about those pancakes. They were delicious. After that, we ended up like walking right outside the shop, and there was like this little hot sauce place. So they're like, do you want to come try hot sauce? And we were like, oh, okay, cool. So we ended up trying some hot sauce, but we kind of just did it to be polite, and then we left. And after that, we were gonna go to like the otter capybara cafe, but I heard that people say that those animals like aren't taken the best care of, so we ended up not going there. So after that, we ended up going to Sensoji Temple, and it was absolutely beautiful to be able to see that in person. Like it was stunning. It was gorgeous. And we ended up going through like this little marketplace. I almost got eaten by a bird, but at this point we were not hungry again, but we had spent some hours just kind of like looking around, walking around, like seeing everything, taking buses, taking trains, whatever. So by lunchtime, we went to Ichiran Ramen, and everybody was saying that that's like a really, really, really good ramen spot. Like that's what everybody talks about they remember from their trip to Japan. So like, okay, cool, let's go ahead and get ramen. Because we couldn't decide between ramen and sushi. I wanted sushi kind of, but Justin wanted ramen, but I was like, let's just go ahead and get ramen, and then I'll see kind of which sushi place that I'm feeling. So we ended up going to Ichiran. We had to wait in line for a little bit. We ended up getting on the elevator, and I guess we pushed the wrong floor because first of all, we weren't even supposed to be on the elevator because the entrance to Ichiran was like literally right before we got on the elevator. And we pushed floor number 2. We opened it up, and it's puppies everywhere, little tiny puppies everywhere, and people are playing with the puppies. And I'm like, this is the wrong floor, but it could not be. It could not be under the right circumstance. But we ended up not going there because we were actually hungry. So we ended up going back downstairs, finding the entrance to Ichiran, and then that's where we ate. Justin was a little bit shocked that I knew how to eat chopsticks, but I had a friend in middle school. Her and her family absolutely loved to go out and get pho every Friday, and I used to spend a lot of time with them, and so I just kind of ended up learning how to use chopsticks. So they have pho. I was a little bit concerned because they only had, not pho, sorry, they had ramen. But I was a little bit concerned because they only had one kind of ramen, so I was like, I don't really like pork, so I don't know if I'm gonna like it. But I was like, you know what, it's fine. Let me just, go ahead and try it. When in Rome, do as Romans do, whatever. So we tried it, girl. It was literally so good. Like even the pork, like obviously it had like a lot of noodles in it and the broth and whatever. The pork was so good. It was so flavorful. I was like, are y'all kidding me? Like it was so good. I loved every single second of it, and I ate it all. I love my food to be so hot, so if it's not burning my mouth, then we're gonna have to do something about that. I would never send my food back just for not being burning hot, but it was burning hot. I didn't have to worry about that. So after we finished eating, I think right across the street, or like down the street a little bit from Ichiran, was Don Quixote, and the first time we ever went in there, I absolutely hated it. I absolutely hated it. Like I felt like the walls were touching me. It was cramped. It was packed. Like there was no rhyme or reason to the things on the shelves. Like it was literally stuff everywhere, and I could not take it. I literally could not take it. I was like, Justin, I hate this. And then my period had just come on, so I was like, I'm literally miserable. I thought I brought my pads with me in my suitcase, but I didn't. So I'm having to buy pads, and what else did we buy? I think we bought pads and a magnet. And that was pretty much it. But girl, I hated that store experience the very first time. And after Don Quixote, we ended up going to Uniqlo. I love that store. I love that store. They have so much cool stuff. I ended up getting my Lord, I can't even think. I ended up getting my Hello Kitty, like I love Japan shirt from there. Stellar. I got that, and I think I got my pink Hello Kitty like mini crop top. It's not a crop top, it's a full shirt, but it like hits the waistline of my pants. Which also another thing, I love for all of my clothes to be extremely oversized, which that's probably just because of insecurity, because if my clothes are really big, you can't really tell what I actually look like, and whatever, we can get into that at another time. But they're like, they don't carry a lot of larger sizes. Like the biggest size that I saw was an extra large, and like their extra large is not actually an extra large. Because I got an extra large in that Hello Kitty shirt, and like I just told you, it stopped at my waistline. Like the hem of the shirt, the bottom of the shirt stopped at my waistline of my pants. So I was like, okay. Like I thought it was going to be oversized, but it wasn't. It still ended up fitting pretty good, but yeah. I need to uncross my legs. I also forgot that I left my Lululemon Everywhere belt bag that I've literally taken on every vacation ever, that I left it in the trunk of my car. So I was like, Justin, I need a tote bag. Like, today has been so difficult with not having a tote bag and having to like stuff things in different pockets and, you know, whatever. So he's like, okay, cool, let's go get you a tote bag. So we took a train and we ended up finding this gift store called The Loft. I love that store so much. It was pretty much like an organized version of Don Quixote. Like, they had so much stuff like travel, they had jelly cats, they had like home decor, they had Halloween decor. They literally had everything. They had everything. So I ended up finding my Winnie the Pooh like crescent little shoulder bag. I should have converted from Japanese yen to American dollars before I went downstairs and paid for it. Honestly, in hindsight, I would have gotten it anyway, but it was $100 and I didn't know that it was $100. Like, I literally wanted just like a normal little tote bag that I could just like throw on my shoulder, but I saw that one and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's really good quality. Like, I want it. Yeah, it was $100 and I didn't realize that until I got down to the register, but I love it and I've been using it literally ever since, like even since we've been back in America, I've still been using it. So the next day, we got up pretty early because we had a whole bunch of stuff that was on our list. So I think we left the house. Well, first of all, things in Japan, like, do not open super early. Like, things don't even open until like 10 o'clock. But I've been seeing all over my TikTok people whenever they were going to Japan and like the things you must do in Japan, blah, 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 is to go to this museum called Teen Labs. Now, whenever Justin and I travel, we typically don't like to go to museums because that's just not our thing. Like, that's just not something that we're interested in. Even when we were in Italy and there were so many museums and things to see and like, we were just like, we would go outside and be like, wow, that is cute. Like, looking at the door, we're like, wow, that's Gorgina. And then we left, right? Like, but people were like, no, like, you have to go. Like, it's an immersive, like, body experience kind of museum. So we're like, okay, cool. So we go there. It's $30 combined. Like, our ticket together is $30. And so you go in there and they're like, go ahead and take your shoes off. Take my shoes off? Huh? Mind you, I don't like feet. I don't like feet. I don't like smelling feet. I don't like looking at people's feet. I don't like none of that. So when they were like, take your shoes off, I feel like my throat was closing up. Take your shoes off. I'm seeing everybody in multiple stages of undress with their socks and shoes and their feet on the bare floor. But I have to remember, this is not America. This is Japan. Things are very clean here, right? So I was like, okay. So we go over to the lockers, which their lockers were so functional. Like, I was like, how is there like a combination? Like, how does this work? But there's a key that's inside the locker and you lock it and then the key becomes a wristband. Whatever. So we take off our socks and shoes and we started at the water portion of the museum. As soon as you get in, like, water from like your ankles that goes all the way up to your knees, just that quick. And I'm like, what's happening? So then like you walk through and there's like some weird lights and then you dry your feet off, and this is literally my worst nightmare. I don't even want to talk about it, but I hate when fabric, like, you know, like in between your thighs, sometimes like under your arms, it'll peel and have those little balls. Those are my worst nightmare. And I'm trying to talk fast because I'm trying to hurry up and talk about this, but that is my worst nightmare. It makes my skin crawl. It makes me want to throw up. Like, I get physically sick. Like, you can ask anybody in my family, I get physically sick. And when I was younger, my dad chased me around with this blanket. It's a black and white blanket and it had like the pill all over it, and he chased me around the house. Horrible. You could rob me with a peeled fabric. Anyway, so we walked into this room. It's supposed to be like a black hole, and it was pretty much like a gigantic bean bag floor, but it was like very vast and very expansive. There was pill fabric all over it, and there was nothing for me to do except for to literally just go across it. It was horrible. So then you got to dry your feet off again after that. And then you went into another room and had water. Like, it was very cool. And then you got to the point where like there wasn't any more water, and I was a little bit grateful for that. But you walk into this room and there's like crystals, like literally everywhere. And it's gorgeous and it's changing colors. And there's mirrors on the floor and everything is like reflective and futuristic. And it was absolutely gorgeous. I've never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it. They had like, the ceiling was reflective and you could take pictures on the ceiling. Everybody is still barefoot at this point, so, you know, there's that. But overall, it was absolutely gorgeous, and I love that room so much. I think out of all the rooms that we went to, I'm going to call it the crystal room. The crystal room was absolutely my favorite. So after that, we went into another one and there were like bouncy balls everywhere, and the balls were like attached to the ceiling. Some were attached to the floor. You could like pick them up. You could push them around. The balls were changing colors. People were taking pictures. Like, it was such a surreal experience, and I definitely loved that. I think that may have been one of Justin's favorite rooms. Then after that, there was like this flower room. It was almost kind of like Fruit Ninja, like how the fruits like are just kind of everywhere. And you're supposed to like lay down on the floor and just like look up at it, and it is so just like mesmerizing and hypnotizing. And it looks like just a screen up front, but it's like the entire room is made to look like that. It was beautiful. I think there was another room. Oh yeah, there was another room where there was like koi fish inside of a koi pond, and you just like walk through, and there's like little fish. It's not actual fish, it's like holographic fish, but there's like fish everywhere, and it's huge because the room, I don't even know how to explain to you how big the room is. The room is gigantic. It's gigantic, and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people are in the same room in this like vast pool. Like if you go to like a water park and you know how they have a wave pool, it's that big. It's that big. And there's people everywhere. And it was just so interesting to be able to sit there, and it's like, wow, like there's koi fish at my ankles right now. Like this is so cool. I try not to think about the fact that the water was so warm. Was not the biggest fan of that. But overall, it was still like a very unique experience. Then we went into like the jungle animal room, and they said that you had to download their app, which whenever they do that, I'm like, oh, what? But you have to download the app because it needs access to your camera so that you can like take pictures and like capture the animals on the wall. And I think there's like 67 or so animals that you're supposed to capture. And like whenever you capture to like take a picture of it, it ends up telling you like all these really, really cool facts about the animals. And it was great. Like if you're an animal lover like Justin is, like it becomes like the best immersive experience ever. They also had this room that had like bouncy balls, and they were like balls on the floor, but like balls on the wall and balls on the ceiling, and it was like just one big optical illusion basically. And you have to like jump across the balls, but you have to stay. Like I think I picked the pattern that was like polka dots, but it was yellow and purple, and you have to follow all the yellow and purple balls until you get across, and you can't step on any other pattern that's not your own pattern. It was very cool. I liked it. And then after that, we ended up getting some vegan ice cream, and then we got back on the train. We ended up going to this restaurant called Egg Slut because I've been seeing that this restaurant is so good, so good, so good, so good, so good. The next time I get food recommendations from TikTok, I also need to consider the source, because we went, the sandwiches, beautiful, absolutely beautiful, no flavor. The only flavor I got from that egg sandwich was ketchup. There was an overwhelming amount of ketchup on that sandwich, and it was just not good. Like, it just genuinely wasn't good. I took a few bites, and then Justin was like, yeah, I'm not feeling this. And I was like, yeah, me neither. And he was like, do you want to go to 800 Degrees Pizza? And I was like, okay, tell me more. And he was like, it's that way. It's right there. And I was like, sold. So 800 Degrees is basically just a pizza place, but they cook the pizza at 800 degrees for 90 seconds, and it comes out extremely fast. And so I got me like a little berry lemonade. Justin also got the berry lemonade, but he wasn't really that into it. I got me a little lemonade, and it was good. And me and Justin just sat there, and we gabbed, and we talked about childhood trauma. We talked about family dynamics. And it's like, even though we have been together for so long, the fact that we're still getting to know each other after all these years, I feel like is so beautiful. And I think that's one of the reasons why our marriage works as well as it does, is because, you know, like, there's always something new to learn, and there's always something new to know, which is great. After that, we were like, okay, let's dabble in a little bit of shopping. So whenever we went into, I can't even remember the name of the train station, but before we even got out to go to exit, like, we could not find the exit of this train station. Like, and so we were looking it up, and they're like, yeah, this is one of the biggest train stations in the world, and it has one of the most exits in the world. There's like 200 exits in this train station. Where they at? We literally could not find it. Like, it was so frustrating, but whatever. We knew it was going to take us back in through this major train station because, of course, it went everywhere. So we went to Shibuya. So we saw like the iconic Shibuya crossing with all the people, which I do think it's really cool in person. But having been to New York before, it's kind of like a New York crosswalk, just with like a little bit more people. It was still a cool experience. I'm not going to downplay it. It was still a very cool experience, but I don't know that I would have went out of my way to see that. Like if I wasn't staying near there or like it wasn't accessible by a quick train ride, I don't know that I would have taken time to go there. But anyway, we ended up going shopping. We went into the Nintendo store. That was the store that we were looking for originally. We went into the Nintendo store and they had like Mario stuff, they had anime, all this stuff. And so Justin likes anime. I won't say he loves anime, but he likes it. He's, he's mildly interested. I'll say that. So we went to go see the Mario stuff. He saw some anime stuff. They had Pokemon, they had One Piece, like, all this cool stuff. Didn't really see anything in there that kind of caught our fancy at all, though. We stopped by the Disney store just because it was on the way to the Nike store, and they had like so many levels, and they had so much cool old school Disney stuff, but I'm kind of Disneyed out, and I didn't really want anything there. Like if they had Disney Halloween stuff, obviously I definitely would have gotten it, but they didn't really have anything that I felt like was worth taking home with me. So we just kind of looked and browsed a little bit, but ultimately we ended up going all the way back downstairs because they did not have an elevator, and then we went into the Nike store. Justin was very, very adamant before we even went to Japan that he wanted to find a Japan hoodie. Like every time we go somewhere, that's always what he wants to find. So I was like, surely you'll find something cool in Nike. So we went into Nike, went up a few floors. Did I literally just do this? Went up a few floors, and then he found like this red Tokyo Jordan hoodie, and he really liked it. So I was like, okay, if he's gonna get something from here, I feel like I should get something. So I saw a few shirts, got those, and we were good to go. Now, we were kind of over shopping at this point because I kind of figured that we were going to end up having a shopping day anyway, which was going to be the next day. So we just kind of sat in a coffee shop for like 2 hours. They had free Wi-Fi, they had bathrooms, it was warm, like it was nice. And so we just kind of sat there. So after that, it was time for like arguably one of the best parts of the trip, which was street kart. And street kart is pretty much like real life Mario Kart. Like it was so much fun. So we went there. In order to do this excursion, you have to have an international driver's license. If you do not have an international driver's license, you will not be participating. So before we ever even left, we had to go to AAA and we had to get our international license. It was very quick and very easy. I don't remember how much it was. I think it was like maybe 30. No, I think it was a little bit more than that. But it wasn't like outrageously expensive. Like it wasn't like buying a new passport, but you do have to have 2 passport photos, like 2 of the same passport photo. You have to turn it in, they get stamped and everything else, and you have to bring your passport to street kart, and you also have to bring your international license to street kart. So it's a lot of like little paperwork and like little steps that you have to take before you ever even get there. But usually whenever me and Justin book an excursion like this, it always ends up being private on accident. But I kind of understand why they don't do a lot of people, like they don't take a big group of 12 people, because you're actually driving in Tokyo traffic. Like you're driving in the street behind the actual cars, and I feel like as a guide, it's probably really hard to like keep up with multiple people, like when you're going through like actual traffic lights and like have to obey the rules of the road. So it ended up just being us, and we ended up paying extra for like the body cam footage. So worth it. I don't remember our guide's name. I think it was Riku. He was fantastic. He was so funny. He took so many good pictures of us, and we had a really, really good time. And like, I know they're go-karts, but like, they went pretty fast. I ain't gonna lie. So after street kart, we didn't know that Ichiran, like the ramen place, was open 24 hours a day. So we went again, and it was just as good the second time that we had it. But after that, we were like, hey, we have 25,000 steps. It's time to go home. It was time to go home. Like I think by 10:30, 1 o'clock, we already had like 16,000 steps. It was outrageous how much we walked. Now I will say we kind of had to think about whether we wanted to do a shopping day or if we wanted to visit Mount Fuji. We ended up deciding that we wanted to do a shopping day because that just sounded a little bit more fun to us. And also, like, it just, a 2-hour train ride is a 2-hour train ride. And we just weren't trying to do that. We felt like it would just be better to do a shopping day. But the night before, I ended up seeing that they have a Snoopy museum in Japan. And I was like, oh, please be closed, please be closed, please be closed. And it was. It was like a 30 to 45 minute train ride. So I was like, Justin, we have to do this. Like, you know how much I love Snoopy. You know how much I love the Peanuts. Like, we have to do this. And he was like, oh yes, absolutely. We have to do that for you. So we ended up going. And it was just so cool to be able to see that, because I vividly remember like not being able to read, but my grandparents were very big on like reading the paper in the morning or whatever. And so I would always have like my little cup of coffee, which I don't know why my nanny was giving me coffee at 4 years old. I was a very well-behaved child though, I ain't gonna lie. But I would sit at the table with my little coffee mug and I would pretend to read the Peanuts, but I couldn't read. So I was pretty much just like looking at the pictures and talking out loud and like making my own story from what I saw. So the fact that they had a Peanuts museum and I'm like seeing some of the same comics that I vividly remember seeing as a child in the newspaper was surreal. And they had like Snoopy in different mediums, like huge statues. They had like oil paintings. They had Snoopy dog houses. They had Halloween decorations, and it was decorated for Halloween. That was the part that was like amazing to me. We went through that museum, and then of course they had a gift shop downstairs, so I got crazy. They also had a Snoopy cafe like right outside of the museum, but she said that they didn't have any reservations until like 1:30, and I think at the time it was like 12:46 or something like that. But the Snoopy museum is literally right next to a mall. So we're like, okay, let's go dibbling down a little bit, kind of see what kind of stores they have, and then we'll go back. So we kind of looked around. We went into Under Armour first. We went into, it was another store. We went into one store first and we were like, oh, this is not gonna be good. But then we went into Under Armour. We spent maybe like $200 on multiple pieces of clothing. I got shirts, hoodies, sweat sets, and Justin got a pair of shoes, and we spent less than 200 American dollars. Everything was 40% off, and we also had our passport, and so we got a discount on that. So it was very, very good. So then we went back to the Snoopy Cafe, and I ended up getting like the Snoopy 75th anniversary pancakes. Justin wasn't really too hungry at this point, so he just got the Charlie Brown milkshake. But I had that, and I had some fresh pressed apple juice. It was delicious. They had a Hello Kitty store, and I had a huge Hello Kitty phase whenever I was like 13. The fact that they had one, I was like, oh yes, absolutely. I will be partaking in this. But I had been thinking about my sister the entire time I was in Japan because I know she loves Hello Kitty. And so I was like, I'm just thinking of my sister all the time. So I was like, hey, do you want me to get you something while I'm in Japan? She was like, yeah, just surprise me. So I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, cool. So I ended up getting her like this black tote bag and then this little clip. I asked my brother what he wanted. He said that he wanted a blanket, but I wasn't really able to find a blanket that didn't look like it came from just any old store. So I ended up getting him an I Love Japan t-shirt, and I feel like he'll definitely like that. So after that, we went into like this little pet store because we were like, oh my gosh, like how cool would it be if we can get Jet and JoJo some harnesses? Like that'd be awesome. But they have dogs that are literally this big in Japan, so they weren't gonna have anything that were gonna fit Jet and JoJo at all. And yeah, we just kind of went in and out to different stores. We went into Gap. Gap was already having a 40% off sale on top of us having our passport, so everything was tax free. I ended up getting my pink sweat set from there. I got a gray sweat set from there. I got some pajamas. Like, girl, I literally had everything. What else? Oh, and then we went into Ralph Lauren. They were having a sale. Just ended up getting this brown hoodie. It was such nice quality, so thick, such good material. We had to go through a lot to like get our receipt. I don't know why he wanted to make sure that we could pull up our receipt on our phone. But yeah, so he got that out of Ralph Lauren. Oh, we were trying to find a suitcase because we were like, oh, like we're not gonna be those people that need an extra suitcase whenever they go to Japan, blah blah blah. Like all the stuff is gonna fit. No, bro, we had so many bags, it was ridiculous. So we ended up going to the suitcase store. The suitcases were like $700 for like a small suitcase, and I was like, yeah, we definitely got to get up out of here. Like, no, we're just gonna find a little cheap one at Don Quixote. We knew that we wanted to go out the rest of the night, so we were like, okay, how about we just get back on the train? We go back to the Airbnb. We drop the bags off. We kind of rest for a second, and then we go back out. And Justin was like, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that. So that's what we did. So we did go back out, and we wanted to go to this place called Blue Entrance Kitchen and said that it was open. We went all the way out of our way to go. As soon as we go there, there's a sign that's up on the door that says closed for a TikTok event. What, girl? What, girl? So I was like, okay, whatever. Like, okay. So we ended up walking like 12 minutes to the nearest McDonald's. We ate the McDonald's and then we walked 12 minutes back to go to Don Quixote. I ended up getting some stuff for Colby. I got some stuff for Bree, and then we got a suitcase. And after that, we were like, you know what? I am so done. Because we had almost 30,000 steps at this point. We were like, we're so done with this day. Let's just go back. Let's get some good sleep because we have our flight tomorrow. So we go home, we shower, we go to sleep, we get up the next morning. And now it's time for us to get on our next flight. Now, when we were in Switzerland, we got to the airport super early because I think our flight was at like 6. But the American Airlines, like, none of the gates even opened until like 6 or like 5:30 or something like that. So we're like trying to figure everything out. Like, we don't see an American Airlines, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh yeah, like it doesn't open until like 30 minutes before your flight takes off. How does that make any sense? So anyway, when we get to the Japan airport, we're not seeing American Airlines anywhere. We're seeing Japan Airlines. And so he like directs us to check in on the kiosk and said that it doesn't work. So he wants us to stand in like the super long line, like waiting for Japan Airlines to like check us in. Then we're waiting. We're almost at the very front of the line. I see an American Airlines like kiosk pop up on the screen. So I'm like, what the heck? So I was like, Justin, you stay here and keep our spot in line. I'm going to go over here and see if it works. And sure enough, American Airlines is up and all the American Airlines, people are there and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, yeah, Justin, you can go ahead and come over here. So we end up being able to check in. We get our boarding passes, whatever. We get our bags checked in on this little fancy machine. And then, yeah, I think we ended up getting food. Oh, when we looked it up on Google, they said that the airport had a Popeyes. The airport ain't got no Popeyes. It ain't had no Popeyes. So we ended up getting like this vegan pizza place, but they also had pizza that wasn't vegan, which was really nice. And the pizza, delish. The pizza was so good. I loved every second of it. And we got like some little tchotchke gifts from the little duty-free shop. And then we got on the plane. This plane ride, it was going to be from H&D to LAX. And so it was only 8 hours. So that was really, really nice that it was only an 8-hour flight instead of 12. I was pretty uncomfortable the whole flight. Like I sat in the middle seat because Justin usually never gets to have the window seat because he never usually asks for it. But he didn't sleep that well on the flight coming to Japan. So I wanted him to be able to sleep as best as he could. So I was like, you can have the window seat. But he ended up not even really sleeping for it. It was fine. Whatever. But I ended up watching Twilight, Twisters, Interstellar. I read my book for a little bit. I watched The Devil in Disguise about John Wayne Gacy. Ugh, he's so scary. And yeah, the food, it was American Airlines like coming back home, so the food was good, but the flight going to Japan, that food was not good. But American Airlines usually does have pretty good food, so I ate pretty much every time they brought something around, which was really nice. Then when we got to LAX, our bags took forever to come out. They took the priority sticker off of one of our bags, which doesn't even make any sense. But it said that from baggage claim, our walk to the gate was going to be 28 minutes. And I'm like, what the heck? How is it 28 minutes? It indeed was 28 minutes. LAX is probably one of the worst airports I've ever been to. Like, we had to go over the river and through the woods to Grandma's house just to get to 3 gates. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. But yeah, so right outside the gate was like this little coffee pastry shop. So we ended up getting, Justin got a cinnamon roll and I got a blueberry muffin. The cinnamon roll, I think he said was okay, but it was like very, very hard. And my muffin was like not good at all. Anyway, from LAX we flew into Dallas, and I think that flight was like 4 hours, but we ended up sitting like this little 2-seater, which was really nice. And the flight attendant ended up recognizing me from TikTok, and so she talked to us and she gave us like some free snacks and stuff. It was great. But I probably looked the best because I was so jet lagged and tired and everything else. But she was very nice. And if you're seeing this video, thank you so much for your kind hospitality. You were fantastic. Then we had a super long layover, an 8-hour layover, I think, in Dallas. And that's kind of where I figured out that my camera was not working and my SD card hadn't saved any of my files. So I was trying to be, a tech wizard genius trying to get all my files back. But obviously, like, it just didn't work out like that. So I was like, you know what? I'm just do a voiceover and I'm just kind of tell them about how the trip went. Also, whenever we were sitting in the airport, got a notification that our bags were already in Birmingham. How? When I've been sitting here for 8 hours. But our bags, I guess, got on a flight to Birmingham at like 3 p.m. So yeah, our bags got there before us. But we were able to pick up our bags and yeah, now we're back. Alright, hi guys. We are done with our 32-hour flight from Tokyo to Alabama. And now I finally get to show y'all all the cool stuff that we bought in Tokyo. So in no particular order, this is everything that we got. Now, I will say I got some stuff for me. I got some stuff for my brother, for Bree, my brother's girlfriend, and then also for my little sister. My entire outfit, they're like wide leg pants and this little zip up with a hood. I got this from the Gap in Tokyo, so this is one of the things that I got. I don't know how you pronounce this. We're gonna say Smisky. I got a little surprise Smisky ball. I don't know what it is, but I know it's a keychain. These, I had seen them, like people post about them on TikTok and stuff, and like people doing like little like Smisky like worlds or whatever. I don't know. I didn't know the hype, but then I went to Tokyo and they're literally everywhere. Like they have huge stores. These are sold in all the stores, and I guess they're like a collectible. So I was like, since I'm already here, I might as well just get one since they're so popular anyway. I don't know if it's a surprise on which one I got, and maybe like that's part of the fun or what. But they're just small little figurines that glow in the dark. But this is the one I got. He's just like sitting. He ain't doing much. Okay, so we'll put him back in his ball, and then that'll go on my keys. And then I got my sister a bunch of stuff because my sister absolutely loves Hello Kitty. So of course I was in Japan and it's like Hello Kitty stuff everywhere. And I was like, I keep thinking about my sister, so let me text her and ask her if she wants anything. She was like, yeah, just surprise me. I hate when people say just surprise me, but it's my sister and I love her, so I let it happen. But I figured she would like these little Sunny's Angel. This seems like something that would be right up her alley. So I got her one of these. It's a blind box minifigure. So I don't really know what it is. Do you mind?
I do, actually.
Man. Anyway, I have to be very careful not to touch any of the clothes that I'm showing you to this because this is bleeding really bad. Like my shoes were white and now they're pink. So I gotta be real careful. I got this Hello Kitty shirt. It's so cute. I also got it from the little duty free place and the quality is like insane. Like it's such good quality. But most of the shirts and most everything in Japan is super good quality. I got this little angry looking penguin for my brother because I feel like he would like it. Apparently it's like in style to get like a carabiner, like the really big clip, and like have like little keychains and stuff on it. So I got him that. For Bree, I think I got her this tiny little Hello Kitty, and she has a kimono on, and then it also comes with a little Hello Kitty tag. I also got one for me. It's the same kind, it's just red. I got another one of the Smiskies. What did I say it was? Smisky? Yeah. This one is a surprise one, and then there's this little face right there. He's cute. I'm pretty sure, who did I get this for? I feel like I got this for my sister. Oh, yes. I got it for my sister for it to go on her bag that I got her. Ooh, was I supposed to open that? I think this one was actually supposed to be for, I'll just put this in Kobe and Bree's little basket and they can fight over it. Because I wasn't supposed to open it. Shoot. Oh well. It's like a working one, so he's on his little laptop. And if it's one that I can attach, then I'm going to put it on my laptop because I feel like that'd be really cute. He's cute. He's on his little laptop. I know that we also went to the peanut store. I honestly don't remember what I ended up wanting from here. So let's see. It'll be a surprise to both. Oh, it's cute. I got a Snoopy keychain. And it's like a plush keychain too. It's soft. I got a Charlie Brown like keychain. Is it a keychain? It's a charm. Sorry, that's the word I was looking for. I got a pack of stickers that I'm going to put on my Kindle. I got some more like little Tokyo stickers. These are definitely going on my Kindle. These are so cute. Another Snoopy keychain. Duh. I got this pin. I'm going to put it on my badge at work. And then a Snoopy charm that matches the sticker. I got this mug from the Snoopy Cafe. I'm going to use it to put my hot coffee in for work. This is the back. It says have a chill time. And then there's Snoopy on the front. And it's kind of like you can use it as a thermos or you can use it as a coffee cup. I guess it's just kind of up to you and your preferences. Under Armour t-shirt, and then it just has like Under Armour and script on it. A lot of my stuff came from the men's section because I like my stuff to be oversized, but I got this green Under Armour shirt. This is a matching set that I got from Gap. Oh, I didn't even see the back, but I don't even know what it says. It says Gap EST 1969. And then it says New York on it. I wish it said Tokyo, but it's fine. But I got this Under Armour hoodie. How cool is this? And the fabric is so thick. It's like a aqua blue, kind of like the colors of the Miami Dolphins. It's that color. Super, super nice. I got a black and white Snoopy shirt, a Peanuts Cafe long sleeve. My sister loves tote bags. I feel like she usually likes more of the canvas tote bags, but I feel like she would like this one. I call her Evil Hello Kitty. I don't know her actual name, but I feel like my sister would like this because she's not goth, but she's like goth adjacent. So I think that she would like that. And especially with the little like Hello Kitty pop on the side, I feel like she'll love that. But this bag is part of the reason that we felt like we had to get a bigger suitcase, because there was no way that was fitting in either one of our travel size suitcases. I usually never get so duty free whenever we go out of the country. I usually just buy it regular. But there's a bunch of like candy and face masks and all that little fun stuff that I put in here for Bree and Kobe so they can have like a little date night. I'm not going to open it, honestly, because I'm going to end up sending it off to them. But it's just like a bunch of little goodies and face masks and makeup and stuff like that, because Bree's really, really into that. So I wanted to get her something that I knew she would be into. And also stuff for Kobe and like for him to try. Kobe said that he wanted a blanket, but it's like as soon as we tried to find him a blanket, they had blankets in Tokyo, but it was like they weren't Tokyo blankets. Like they were blankets that anybody would see and be like, oh cool, like you have a blanket, like where'd you get it? Walmart? Like it didn't look like it came from Tokyo. So I ended up getting him a Tokyo shirt. Oh no, it's in his bag. It's literally right here. He's very like much into thrifting, and I feel like he would like this because it's so cheesy that he would end up making it look really cool. So I got him that. Got some stuff for me. I absolutely love the Nua face pads, like the gigantic. They're honestly this color. Y'all have seen me use this over and over and over again. But this is their PDRN Hyaluron Serum, I guess. This is what it looks like. Comes in a huge pack. And I didn't know if this was like, because it feels like something's in there, like a pad. But it also said, well, actually, I don't know what it says per se because I don't speak Japanese. But I saw that this was next to it. So I was like, okay, maybe I just need to get both. So I got both. So I got 2 of those. I probably should have gotten more because I feel like I'm really going to like it. I also saw Diamond. She's a nurse. I follow her on TikTok. She lives in Miami and she always has Medicube stuff. Medicube pore pads. And I'm going to try them out. I got 2 of those. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that I got. I also forgot 2 things. I already showed y'all this in the vlog kinda. I got this Winnie the Pooh crossbody bag. And this bag holds so much. Like I had a full-size umbrella, my Kindle, my keys, hand sanitizer, wet wipes, medicine pouches. All of that inside of this bag. Like it doesn't look that big, but it's that big. And it's by Manhattan Portage. I'm gonna link it down in the description box just because I feel like this is a really good crossbody bag. Usually on trips, I'll take my Lululemon Everywhere belt bag, but that can't fit a full-size umbrella. Like it just can't. This can comfortably and still have space to put more stuff. So I really liked it. I also got this Hello Kitty mug. Usually whenever we go on a trip, I'll get a mug and I'll get a magnet. So this was the mug that I got. It's kind of similar to ones that I already have, but I thought it was cute because in 2013, like 2012, 2013, I had the biggest Hello Kitty face. So the fact that I was able to like go and get this was really cool. So it has her like just standing on the top of the cup. How cute is that? Okay, hi guys, right now we're in Michael's and we're getting a bunch of glass paint and also a bunch of acrylic paint because I want to do like a Halloween like bowl, but paint it and like put the year that I painted it on. Just cause like, you know how people do birthday plates, kind of like that, but like a trick-or-treat bowl. And we're also going to be painting pumpkins, not real pumpkins, fake pumpkins. So we're getting a mixture of acrylic paint and glass paint, and I'm having so much fun. Now we need paint supplies. Oh, well that made it easy. It's really right here. This is $2.49, but this is also $2.49. Oh, but it's only one of them. What the heck? Okay. I guess we'll just get. Oh, but this is multiple. This is a pack of 6. Okay, I feel like this will be good. We also need some brushes. I don't want to spend a lot on brushes though. I also want to get brushes that are going to be worth the money. But I think this will probably be our best bet because it looks like it has 2 of everything. All right, good morning, y'all. Having to work a 12-hour day shift after a 32-hour plane ride is rough. But we're gonna make it work. My skin is definitely suffering the effects of being on a plane for 32 hours, but it is okay. I took a Unison last night, and I also took a Unison the morning that we got home, which we got home yesterday morning. super late. Went to bed super late, or technically super early in the morning. And then I accidentally slept until 5 p.m. yesterday, which was not the best because I knew that I had to get up early today. I got up at like 4:45, 4:40, something like that this morning. So just not the best because I was only up for like 4 or 5 hours before I was trying to force my body back to sleep. So naturally, I did not sleep the best, but I'm up. And I really do like taking Unisom. I'm not going to be taking it all the time, but I do like taking it just because it doesn't end up making me feel groggy. And so I end up feeling pretty good. But this week is Halloween, and I'm extremely excited about that. I know I don't probably look really excited, but I promise I am. I'm just a little tired. But yeah, so I'm thinking about, well, not even thinking about, I'm going to do, like, y'all know the little old school Halloween baskets where it's like the orange, super orange pumpkin face? I want to get those. I feel like they definitely sell them like at the dollar store or maybe like Five Below. And I want to get those and fill them up with like candy and like little tchotchke toys and send them back home so that they're my cousins. Technically they're my first cousins, but I feel like they're my nephews because I'm literally like 18 to 20 years older than all of them. And I just want to get them like little Halloween baskets. They all go to my grandma's house pretty often, which I feel like it's just like a black trait. So I'm thinking about sending all of them to, like all of the little boo baskets to my grandma's house and just letting her and Tim distribute them as they feel needed. And then I also have some of my friends and their kids coming by. And so I make sure to make like little treat baskets for them too. And then we're also painting the Halloween bowls this week. Justin and I painted pumpkins this week. Like it's a lot going on, but I'm really glad that I'm able to be off for Halloween so that I'm able to do all of that. Today we have a meeting with our chief nursing officer. It's pretty much just like a follow-up, I guess, just to make sure that we're still enjoying the job. It's from 7:30 to 1 p.m. I'm not really sure why it's so long. I'm not really sure what all of us are going to be talking about. They were supposed to do this at my old hospital, but they never really followed through with it, and I never ended up having to go. But this hospital, I was sure, like whenever it was on my schedule, like I knew I was going to end up having to go. I used to not wear like underscrubs, but now I like it. I don't know. It just keeps me from like having to wear a jacket, and then if I get too hot, I can just like roll my sleeves up. So I really like that. I still got my hair braided, which I need to stop by Ulta at some point this week so that I can get some more sacred drops. I need to go to Ulta and get some more satin scrunchies. There's nothing wrong with the ones that I have, but I would just prefer the satin because I just don't want my hair to end up breaking just because of like using rougher hair ties. I also got this super cute new scrub cap. It skulls doing yoga, so of course I had to break that out. Sometimes like I feel like scrub caps have to be loved on and like worn a lot before they actually start like looking good. Okay, I thought it was gonna take me a lot longer to get ready, but it literally took me like 25 minutes. So now we're gonna go pack our lunch. So yesterday I went to work. I had my 12-hour day shift because we had what is it called? Like a meeting with the CNO, the chief nursing officer, just to kind of see like how orientation is going and get good feedback about what's going on around the hospital. Because she was like, I only have eyes on the 7th floor. Y'all have eyes everywhere around the hospital, and I want to know what's going on. And so she pretty much talked to me, and it was like she talked to the class, and it was pretty much like an open forum, like, you know, who loves their preceptor, who wants to give their preceptor a shout out. Like I'm going to personally send them, you know, an email thanking them so much for their service, send them like this little hospital specific, like, yeah, you're doing a good job kind of thing. There was that. And then she was like, okay, so now we talked about the good things. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Tell me about the bad things. Tell me about things that are going wrong that you don't like that you're seeing. And so people started telling her, and she was like, okay, like it's gonna be fixed. And it's just like, you gonna fix it? Like what? And she was like, yeah. She's like, the last time we had this meeting, somebody told us about a moldy tile that was on one specific floor in one specific room. And she was like, after she left that meeting, they went and they fixed it. And I was like, what? Like, again, being at a hospital that has resources is so completely different from what I'm used to. Like, she cares and she does. And that is, it's insane. So then I went up to the unit. I was supposed to be with this one nurse, and she was like giving me a report on the patients that she had already had for the day. And she was kind of like, hey Jay, like, this is kind of, what we got going on today, giving me the rundown, whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, this sounds good. I'm sorry, I'm looking for my chapstick. But then after that, the assistant nurse manager came, and she was just like, hey, y'all are actually going to be floated to DCT. And I was like, ooh, can I stay with my preceptor, because I'm also going to get floated down to DCT in 2 weeks? And she was like, yeah, absolutely. So we went down to DCT, which is delivery care team. And like, being a labor and delivery nurse and being a DCT nurse, it was kind of the itch that I feel like I was missing from Mother Baby. Like, I love Mother Baby. I love seeing the other side of it. But like, being DCT, I feel like I like that a lot more, because as a DCT nurse, you're basically like there at delivery. They call your little vocera, like, hey, like, we need the care team and the doctors and everybody. So I go into the room, we go into the room, get the warmer set up. We're doing like newborn vital signs. We're doing newborn vaccinations, all that good stuff, assessments. We're initiating skin to skin. We're initiating breastfeeding. We're weighing, measurements, all that good stuff. And it's just like, it's so nice and it's so cool. And it's like, I miss being a labor nurse. And one of the labor and delivery nurses, the delivery that I was in, there's like little side rails that you can hold on the side of the bed. They're gray, and they come up on the bed, and it like, you can use it to hold if you want to push like that. And she couldn't figure out how to do it. And I am not going to overstep like, I used to be a labor and delivery nurse back in my day. I can help you. No, that's so irritating. So I tried to like let her figure it out. Like, and then one of her friends was like, oh, like, you just, pull this little lever, and then she got it. But it was like, like I want to jump back into this role so bad, but I'm in a new role. I'm in a new role, and I'm happy with it. I'm not upset. It felt good. Like, I don't know, being a DCT nurse was just so fulfilling. And I feel like being a labor nurse made me so freaking tired. Like, I was so exhausted. Like, the end of my 3-day stretch, I was like, I cannot do this ever again. Like, I need 15 days off for me to do that again. But like, when I leave work now as a Mother Baby nurse and a DCT nurse, I'm like, yeah, I can do that again if you ask me to. Like, I don't feel nearly as tired. I don't feel as worn down. I don't feel as exhausted, right? And that feels good. And the preceptor that I was with, it was technically 2 of them. But my main preceptor, she just finished nurse practitioner school, which literally everybody at my hospital, or on my unit anyway, is in nurse practitioner school. I'm like, or they're like in school to get their master's. And I'm like, hold on, slow down. Like, how, I don't understand how everybody is in school right now. I don't get it. I don't understand how y'all are doing that. So I was talking to her, and I was like, hey, like, how did you, enjoy school? Just talking really. And she's like, oh, like, it was hard, it was difficult, but it was so rewarding in the end, and, yada, yada, yada. And my other preceptor, he was like, yeah, like, it was shit, but like, I'm glad that I did it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you recommend our hospital's nurse practitioner program? Because I work at a teaching hospital. It's a pretty prestigious program. And they were like, yeah, absolutely. And then they were just like, are you thinking about going back to school? And I was like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I cannot be back in nursing school again. Like, if y'all go back and watch my nursing school vlogs, take a shot every time that I cry and come back to this video drunk as hug. Yeah, like, I was literally crying every single day. I feel like I was a shell of myself. I was so on edge. I did not have patience. I felt like I was just sitting with an elephant on my chest the entire time. When I finally passed the NCLEX, the elephant finally got off my chest. So it's like, to voluntarily put myself back into that position would be extremely hard for me. And I told them about like how I was studying for 6 hours plus every single day because I just had to maintain an A average. And I was like, you know what, honestly, if I was studying 6 to 8 hours every single day, then clearly I wasn't doing it correctly. Clearly I wasn't doing it right, because it doesn't require that. Like, even though there was a vast amount of knowledge that they expected us to learn every single week and then dump and then learn something else for the test the very next Monday, it was insane. Like, it was genuinely outrageous. And they're like, yeah, I'm hearing you, but like, I definitely think that you could do it, especially being in women's as long as you have been in women's. I feel like you're in a very unique position to to be like a women's health nurse practitioner. I said, huh? Girl, what are you talking about? Boy, what are you talking about? I don't know nothing about that. They're like, no, you should. And they were like, well, it's free. Like, why would you not get a free degree? I said, what are you talking about? They're like, yeah, like after you've worked here for 6 months, if you go to the school's nurse practitioner program, they pay 100% of your tuition. What are you talking about? Suddenly I'm intrigued. Suddenly I'm interested. I don't know, y'all. Am I going to go back to school? But then I was like, hey. I done seen on TikTok that they have ripped to shreds for being 19 years old and being a nurse practitioner. Like, because there's this girl, she got her something, some kind of way she ended up getting her ADN, or the majority of her ADN, I don't know, something, while she was still in high school. She graduated with her associates. She started working at the hospital at like 18, and then she did her ADN to her BSN, got it paid for by the hospital, and then she did her BSN to DNP, which is the nurse practitioner degree. And so she ended up being like a board certified nurse practitioner at like 2021. And people were eating her up because they're like, you have no clinical experience. You have no clinical experience, and now you're a provider. Like, how does that even make sense? And it ends up making experienced nurses that become nurse practitioners look dumb, and like it makes people look down on them because it's like, girl, you don't know about that. But it's like, I do have clinical experience. Like, I was an extern, and then I was a labor and delivery nurse, and now I'm a mother baby nurse, and now I'm a delivery care attendant. Like, I have the clinical bedside experience. And they were like, you're never going to get to a point where you feel like you're ready. If you ever get to the point where you're like, yeah, I can definitely tackle nurse practitioner school, wrong answer. That day should never come for you. And if it does, you don't need to be enrolling in nurse practitioner school. I was like, oh, okay. And they're like, you're never going to be ready. You're never going to feel like you're smart enough. You're never going to feel like you're good enough. You literally just have to go and do it. Damn. Okay. So yeah, and it's going to school has been something that I've been thinking about for a while, but I've just been nervous. I've been nervous, but they were telling me that like it's a lot easier. Not that it's easy, but it's a little bit easier from being in nursing school for the first time, because when you're in nursing school, you don't know shit about shit. Like, you don't know anything. But then when you're in nurse practitioner school, you've already been through nursing school. You know what it's like to take boards for nursing. You know what it's like to be a clinical bedside nurse that's able to critically think and able to, you know, have sound reasoning abilities. You know what it's like to interact with patients. You know what kind of medicines they're taking. You know why they're taking their medicines. You know the mechanism of action of these medications. Like, you know so much more as a clinical bedside nurse. You don't know about shit when you were 18, 19 years old in nursing school. Like, you didn't know anything, but now you know so much more, and it's going to make so much more sense because you've actually seen these things in the hospital, right? So yeah. Long story short, I'm going back to school. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. That is insane. Ugh, okay. I can't think about it too much. And it's like I can't get away from it. Like, I kept saying, like, no, I'm not going to go back to school. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. But it keeps coming back. And if it's going to be free, if the hospital is literally going to pay 100% of my tuition, so be it. So be it. Why not get a free degree? Why not? I look good in green, no? I look good in green. Yo, imagine me in my green cap gown. I'm going to look so good. My mom's going to be so proud of me. That's like one of my big, I'm not gonna cry right now. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for crying today. But like, my mom is gonna be so proud of me. Let me read you this text message she sent me yesterday when I was telling her about, she said, I'm so proud. Y'all have inspired me to go back to school. If someone would have told me 27 years ago that I would birth a doctor and a lawyer, I would have looked at them crazy. God is so faithful. Stop cutting onions, please. I love my mom. She's literally just so supportive. And all I ever want to do in life is just to make the people that love me super proud. My mom being the primary person. Like, I love her so much, and she sacrificed so much for us, and I just want to make her proud. I want to make her proud. And then my nanny, like, I miss her so much every single day, and I think about her every single day, and I know that she would be so proud of me. She'd be so proud of me, and I miss her so much. And she's a very big reason about, you know, why I went to nursing school. I didn't really start my vlogs for real until after my nanny passed away, so y'all never really got to see any footage of her. If I have any, I'll put some in just so y'all can see her. She's crazy. But yeah, my nanny is my dad's mom, and I remember spending a lot of time over there. I didn't live with them, but like I spent the majority of my time with them when my mom was at work and my mom was at school, you know, whatever. And she was just my everything. Like, I was a grandma's girl. Like, my nanny was my whole entire world. I loved her. I still do love her. Even though she's not here, but I miss her every day. And I hate to cry, but like, I feel like if I don't cry, it's almost like, I'm sorry, hold on. I feel like if I don't cry, then like I'm not acknowledging like how much I love her and how much she meant to me. Yeah, I love her a lot. And she passed away like right before I got into nursing school, like the semester before I got into nursing school. And I remember she was like one of the first people that I told that I wanted to be a nurse, because I knew that my mom was always going to be supportive, because she always is. But I knew that my dad wasn't, and I just wanted to tell her. And she was so proud of me. And she always told me that I would be the best nurse. And so every day when I go to work, like I think about that, because I want to be the best nurse I can, because I want to keep making her proud. She passed away in 2020 from ovarian cancer. And I feel like I've never talked about this, but I feel like I need to talk about it. She had ovarian cancer, and it had gotten really bad, and then it got a lot better. And I remember talking to her, and I was like so happy, and she was like, she said, I'm gonna come up to Tuscaloosa, and I'm gonna come see you, and me and Kiki and the boys, and we're gonna come see you, and we're gonna spend the day in Tuscaloosa. And I was happy. And then I remember being asleep and then waking up, and I had all these phone calls from my dad and my mom's. My mom was calling me over and over again, and I knew that something bad had happened. But I saw my dad's text message first, and it said something to the effect of like Nanny passed away last night. And I remember my mom called me right after I read it. She called me again, and I answered. I just remember saying, like, I wasn't ready. Like, I wasn't ready for her to go. Like, I wasn't ready. Like, I feel like I didn't say enough. I feel like I didn't do enough. So it was really hard, because then on top of that, of course, I had I think I had like an anatomy 2 test or some stupid shit like that. And I ended up making like a 97 on the test, and I was like, I'm gonna make her proud. Like, I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm gonna get into nursing school. I'm gonna try so hard. I'm gonna be my best. I'm gonna be everything that she knew that I was, even if I didn't feel it in the moment. And I'm gonna be the best nurse that there ever was, because I want her to be so proud of. And I know she is. I know that it's not something I really have to work for, because she's proud of me regardless of what I would ever do. Like, I know that. She always told me that. So, yeah. I just know that going back to school, she'd be so happy. Oh my God. She'd be so happy. She'd be so proud. All of the women in my family would be so proud. Like, I'm doing something that's never been done before. Like, I'm a first generation college student. Like, this is unprecedented. So I'm setting a good example for, the people that come behind me, my sister, my little brother, my mom, my cousins. Like, yeah. And it's like, I'm crying. These are not sad tears. I'm not sad. I'm just, it feels so good to have loved someone so much that even when they're gone, you still feel it. Like, it's a privilege to be able to know somebody, to love them that much, and to miss them so much when they're gone. And I'm grateful for that. I really am. Sorry for crying. I don't even remember the last time that I've cried like this. Now I'm gonna go work out and Justin will be like, who and what? I'm like, no, I'm fine. But yeah, I'm gonna go to 9 round today. We have a lot of shit to do today, but right now we're gonna get dressed to go kickboxing, and before we go kickboxing, we're gonna go take the dogs for a walk. Y'all, I just got my Brazilian wax. She ripped me a new puss. Like I'm still stinging right now, but I haven't gotten a wax in like 2 months. And like, I know TMI, whatever, but like, just like very coarse and curly. It's gotten better since I've been getting waxed, like the top part, but like the middle, girl, oh my God. It was an experience. I think I transcended off of the table. Like, but she's amazing and I love her and we have good girl talk and, you know, I like her. She cool. But now we have a full day of like, not shopping necessarily, but just like getting stuff together. The Bath and Body Works in Midtown just opened. First of all, nobody even wanted to go into the mall in the first place because the only thing they had was Victoria's Secret and then the Bath and Body Works, and then men trying to hustle you in the mall for a $30 little can of shea butter. Nobody wants that. Okay, please get away from me. So now they put it into Midtown next to Lululemon. Let's go see what they got. They might have a little candle or two. Who knows? The girl working there, she's just like, okay, like, sorry that I came into your store. Anyway, I got some crisp morning air, just like some regular hand soap, some more for the kitchen. They had the cutest, and I do mean like the cutest, wallflower holders. I like to get ones to decorate for the holidays because I feel like it just like adds a little bit more and it ends up being super cute. But the Black Santa, please, he's so cute. They had like wallflower holders that were projectors that project onto the wall. Slow down. But I got that one, and then I also got this one. I feel like it's really hard whenever you move into a house because, especially when like we moved from a studio to our house now, which is a lot bigger than a studio, it's hard because like when it's time to decorate for Christmas, like I was literally a college student like 2 years ago. So like last year was my first Christmas and my mom was like, you don't need to buy everything all in 1 year. Like take it slow, and then, you know, over the years you'll buy different things, and then 10-20 years from now you'll have everything you need and you won't have to buy anything. So these are things that I'm, you know, probably hopefully gonna keep forever because they're really cute. I also got some wallflowers. This is the spiced apple toddy, which usually Justin comes with me to pick because we're both gonna be smelling it, then we both need to agree that we like it. There's not even a tag on this one. This is like a ginger snap, gingerbread, some shit like that. I don't even know. It's ginger something. And then, this is really cool. She wrapped it up, but it's really cute. It's the little pink and red nutcracker. How cute is that? I think Justin's really gonna like it. I don't even understand how she was able to put all this stuff in there. It's at the very bottom somewhere. I also got some Vanilla Bean Noel, like the little car freshener fragrance. So we're gonna add that into the car today. Just one at a time. I don't like to put it on my front air vents just because, girl, it's Alabama and it's literally so hot. Like I need all of the airflow that I can get. So I typically just do the one that goes on the visor, but I'm gonna do the opposite visor because I can't be smelling all that while I'm driving. And Justin has a really sensitive nose, so he's probably going to want me to switch it over. But whenever he gets in here, I'll switch it over. But it smells... Do I hate that? Why does it smell like chocolate? I don't like chocolate. I mean, I like chocolate, but I don't like chocolate scented things. Yeah, I probably don't like that. But if I don't like it, it's fine. I'll just... I'll go back and exchange it for something else. Have y'all ever seen that show Chrisley Knows Best? I used to watch that show with my mom all the time whenever I was home, and we love the Chrisleys. Like, they're just so funny and southern and, you know, whatever. I keep forgetting that their son goes to school in Tuscaloosa. Why they in Ulta and I'm in Ulta? Hey y'all, I kept it cool though. I kept it cool, I ain't gonna lie, I kept it cool. But yeah, so we went to Ulta. Only thing I got was some more of my sacred drops. She scared me so bad. Only thing I got was some sacred drops. Now I need to go find like little Halloween buckets, because all of my friends' kids that are coming to our house for trick-or-treat, like, of course I want them to have candy, but I want them to have like their own personal little candy bucket. We got this 11-foot Halloween arch and we're about to put it up, so let's see what it looks like. All right, we finished putting the arch up. It is indeed 11 feet tall. It is extremely big, but it looks really good. I like it. All right, so now that the Halloween decorations are up outside, inside we're gonna be painting pumpkins. We went ahead and put this little sheet over the countertop so that it stays clean, but I have this big white pumpkin that I'm gonna turn into Frankenstein, and then Justin has this small circular one that he's gonna turn into a Pokemon ball. And I'm watching Halloween Town for the first time. My aunt used to always watch it whenever I was younger, but I never watched it with her, and it's actually really good. Guys, I just got off of my 12-hour night shift. I switched my days around, so today I wasn't last night I wasn't working with like the preceptor that I've been with most of the time. I was actually working with the assistant nurse manager, but she was in the nursery. And at our hospital, like, our nursery isn't like really a nursery. Like, you only go to the nursery if the baby's getting a procedure like circumcision and something like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, anyway, so I was in the nursery and we had a core baby, and so I pretty much took care of the baby all night. I went down to DCT, did a delivery with DCT, and it was just really cool. I really enjoyed it. I like going to work, and especially since like at my job I could be doing so many things. Like, I could be a mother baby postpartum nurse, or I could be DCT, like in the thick of it with the delivery, or I can be a newborn nursery with a core baby, you know, chilling with the baby. Like, I like that, because I feel like when I was a labor and delivery nurse, I would come home and I would be so outrageously tired, and I'd be like, I cannot go to work less than 12 hours from right now. Like, I can't do it. My body's so tired. Like, I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it, and I'm tired, and I was so angry, and but this job, I feel like I can work and work and work and work and work, because it's like, it's a good environment with safe staffing ratios, resources, fair assignments. Like, it is literally night and day. Like, I don't know. It's literally night and day. And it's so nice to go to work, and like, even though I'm new, I still feel appreciated, and I don't feel like I'm a burden, and people want to teach me things. Like, people go out of their way to want to teach me things, and be like, oh, Jay, have you seen this? Oh, Jay, have you done this? Oh, Jay, you want to come with me? Like, it just feels so good, because being a new person at a job, any job really, is genuinely so difficult, because it's so normal to feel like a burden, because it's like, you don't know anything, you don't know where anything is, you don't know the phone numbers, you don't know the codes, and it's just like, you're always having to ask somebody for help. But being on my old job, I was like, not really a big fish, but I was a medium-sized fish in a small pond, right? And it's like, now I'm an amoeba in an ocean. Like, I'm a little fish in a gigantic pond. So it's hard, and it's, you know, an adjustment, but I'm trying to be a good new person. I'm trying to, you know, always ask if there's something that I can do, something that I can see, something that I can help with, having initiative, having drive, you know, like getting up and doing stuff and not having someone to be like, okay, Jay, now we do XYZ, like already in the process of doing it or having already done it. Like those are good new people. Those are the people that you're like, yeah, she's going to do great. But when somebody has to constantly like tell you and prompt you like, okay, now we're doing this and now we're doing that, especially since like, it's not my first week of orientation anymore. I'm pretty sure it's been like a month or so. I have like 3 more weeks left of orientation. So at this point I need to have gotten it, because I think I have 8 weeks or something like that of orientation. So yeah, I'm just trying to be overall just a good new person. But since I am going back to school, it's also time to think about rebuilding my resume so that I can be, you know, a good candidate for school. So I'm going to need 2 letters of recommendation. So I've been thinking about people that I'm going to ask for those. And then also at my hospital, they do something called PNDP, which is like Professional Nursing Development Program. And like you serve on committees and you do projects and, you know, all this good stuff. And it's pretty much just like, I mean, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's professional nursing development. So I feel like that would look outstanding on my resume, because I get free tuition. I get free tuition through my job, but I have to be out of my probationary period, which is 6 months. So I can't apply until 6 months from last month. But in order to be considered for spring of next year for a nurse practitioner school, I would have had to submit my application in October. But I literally just started, so I can't do that. So I'll be able to apply in February, I think, because when is my 6 months over? When did I start? September? August? Hell, I don't know. October, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, so March will be my 6 month probationary period. Anyway, my school's going to pay 100% of it, but I have to be out of my 6 month probationary period. But I wouldn't even be starting school until the end of next year. It's all going to work out. I've already thought about all this. So yeah, I need to start beefing up my resume. So I definitely think the PNDP program would be really good for me. And also, like, if you do PNDP, you also get a 5% raise. And then if you go to like the next level of PNDP, because I think there's like 3 levels. If you go to the next level, which is just like more community service, more outreach, more committees, more projects, more, you know, certifications and all this good stuff. If you go to that level, then you get a 10% raise on top of your base rate, on top of the raise that they already just gave us. Like, my job gives out raise after raise after raise after raise. And I love that, y'all. I'm sitting so pretty right now. I am so happy. I'm so happy. And it's like when I was at my old job, they were like, the grass is not greener on the other side. Like, you'll get beat down wherever you go. That is so not true. That is so not true. I've had nothing but positive experiences with my job. Nothing but positive experiences. And I have nobody but God to thank for that, because genuinely, the grass is literally greener. The grass is greener. I swear to God, the grass is greener. The only downside to this job is that I have to make a little bit of a commute, but it's not nearly as bad as it was on my other job. So it's like, it's just better. It's just better. Like, having a commute, whatever, girl. I will eat that time. I will eat that time. It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. If it means that I'm going to be happier, I will take it, because there's nothing worse than going to a job and being miserable, going to a job and hating it, going to a job and literally having your life and love and passion for your specialty, for your career being sucked out of you by bad management. That sucks. That sucks, because genuinely, and I feel like I say this all the time when I talk about work, I love labor and delivery. I'm not even going to say loved past tense. I love labor and delivery. There was no stretch of the imagination when I was still a labor and delivery nurse. As much as I was like upset and was hating going to work, I didn't hate the job. I hated the politics of it. And I feel like I've said that a million times. The management was awful. The management is what made me leave. Like, I didn't leave because I hated my job. I left because, like, I can't keep being bullied at my workplace. Like, it wasn't normal. And so I wanted to go somewhere where I wasn't being bullied. I wasn't being like
tested and made fun of. Like, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. So now that I'm at this hospital, oh my God, y'all, it is like a perfect example of what nursing is actually supposed to be. Like, our assistant managers will ask somebody that's, you know, just been on their 3rd day stress, they're talking about, oh, like, I'm so tired. They're like, hey, like, do you want to pick up an extra? People say yes. People say yes. People be dog tired and still say yes, because that's how much, like, everybody just loves being a team. And that is, I don't think you understand how amazing that is. Like, coming from a hospital, they're like, oh, like, do you want to wear extra? People like, fuck. No. You literally could not pay somebody to work an extra. But now everybody's like, you know what? Yeah. For you, yeah. For you, yeah. Are y'all hearing this? I wish that I could just grab all of my friends from my old job, put them in the back seat of my car, drive them up to my unit to have an interview with my nurse manager so that we can all work together, because they deserve so much better. Like, they are going through absolute hell right now. Zaria is going through hell right now, and she don't deserve it. She's a good ass nurse, and she don't deserve to go through shit she's going through at all. At all. That's my soapbox. I hate seeing my friends so upset because they're such good nurses, and to watch like the love, the light, and the passion be sucked out of good nurses is crazy. It's crazy. But I know that it's a blessing, and I know that it's a privilege to be able to have quit my job and move to this job. And everybody is not in a position where they can just like, oh, hi, quit my job, move somewhere. Like, that is a luxury. That is a luxury that I was afforded. But I pray that things get so much better for them, because it's ass. Like, they just, my friends deserve the world, and I genuinely want the best for them. Some gotta shake for them, because they are in my prayers. Truly they are, because the stuff they deal with, I'm over it for them. It's insane. Anyway, it's Halloween Eve, and I'm gonna end up making a spooky breakfast today, because that's just the kind of girl I am. But today we're gonna do a lot of Halloween prep, make sure that everything works. Y'all, we got a fog machine. Why does fog machine need fog machine juice? What is that? What is that? I don't even understand. I don't understand. But I'm so glad that we started doing Halloween prep before Halloween, because if Justin would have told me the day of Halloween that we needed Halloween fog machine juice, I would have lost my mind. But apparently fog machine juice is something that is very normal. Figure it out. You say you're gonna figure it out while I'm asleep today. So yeah, okay, let me get in the shower, and then I will see y'all later to start the rest of our day. All right, y'all, it is Halloween Eve. We went out to the store to get some more candy, and we're trying to set up all our stuff and kind of like troubleshoot everything to make sure that everything is gonna work the way that it needs to. So we ended up getting a fog machine. We got this one. The reviews on it weren't great, but they weren't great. I mean, just the fog machine. But we recommend using high quality fog liquid. With that high quality fog liquid, it literally just says fog juice, proudly made in the USA. Okay. If you use high density fog liquid, the machine must be cleaned in time. Otherwise, it may cause permanent damage. What does that mean? After every 40 hours of continuous operation, who's using it for 40 hours? All right, we got the fog machine setting up. It has to warm up for about 10 minutes. So while it's doing that, we're gonna work on our other project. We are gonna take the garage and we're gonna put a little drape over it. We're gonna have a projector aimed at it, and it's gonna be skeletons dancing. So that's what we're gonna be working on next. All right, guys, we figured out the projector. So we're gonna have these dancing skeletons tomorrow night. How long is this loop?
8 hours.
Oh, well, yeah, this is what the skeletons will be doing. We're going to adjust it a little bit just because it's kind of like turned that way, but it's really, really cool. We ended up setting up the, like the projector and the fog machine and the arch and all that good stuff. Our neighbors came outside and they were like, wow, that is so cool. Then they're like, what made you start decorating today? Because they also started decorating today. And I was like, you know what? The weather has been everywhere. Like, trees have been blowing down in everybody's yard. Like, it's just been crazy. So we were like, we're just going to put it up the day before and then take it down tomorrow. Like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And she was like, yeah, it's too. She was like, we're all gonna do better next year. I was like, yes, we all gonna do better next year. So now we have all of our Halloween candy. We have this little cooler that we got off of Amazon. Originally we were gonna put drinks in it for people, but now we're just gonna put candy in it.
So we're gonna fill it up. It's leaning a little bit forward, but that's okay. Because when we put all the candy in, I feel like it's gonna sit back up. Damn, I'm gonna sit on part of the candy. It's all done. That's all little bit of shit. Will you help me mix for a second? That's the only thing I don't like about it is that they come under like that. We'll probably bring out the full size like halfway through towards the end because whoever comes first, like they get the best pick of all the candy, you know? I was so mad when I found out that the green, like these aren't green. Oh no, are they green inside? You like Twix, right?
I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was green inside? Okay, cool. I'm so happy I'm off because like helping you set everything up and doing this, I would have been trying to do that. Because this already looks so fun. And then to not be able to be there for any of it. You wouldn't even let me fix it. What the fuck? Yeah, I feel like this was a better idea than the eggs. Yeah, I can tell you were trying to. Anyway, originally we were gonna get like, which just seems so stupid now. we were gonna fill this with like little plastic eggs and like glue little googly eyes on it, and it was gonna tell you how many pieces of candy you could get. But like, kids just like are not what they used to be anymore, so it's probably just a lot easier. Like, how we're gonna be like trick or treat?
Here you go. Yeah.
I'd be mad as fuck somebody give me a Whopper.
There's no rhyme or reason.
Here you go. I feel like if I close my eyes, every little bit is probably good. So if I pick it up and I say, here you go, this person got Skittles, Twizzlers, 3 full-size Airheads, a Dum Dum, and some M&Ms. This person got Skittles.
Like, you're also not looking at the candy you pick up. You looking at the bag I give you.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah, boom.
Okay, but we can't be like,
No, come on.
here you go.
Yeah.
So you got big hands. So you're not a part of the kids.
What?
Get out of that. Oh shit, the tablecloth. Oh my god. The tablecloth. We had so much dip on our chip. What'd you say? What did you say?
Might as well before you try to test the inventory.
Stop testing the inventory. It's tested. It's good. No, stop testing the inventory. Just sit down. This tablecloth can be passed down through generations.
Oh, what, us?
Yeah. Welcome to our spooky Halloween. If I see you testing the inventory or anything else, I want to be very upset.
That's all?
You pick tomorrow.
Oh, dude.
Why are you still doing that?
I ain't said what.
Can you please stop for me?
Fine.
You get one more. Get whatever you're gonna get it now. Get off me.
You got your own law.
Why are you putting it in your pocket like you still look like we already paid for it?
Okay, so what's the issue?
Good. These are the trick-or-treaters. I'm gonna trick-or-treaters. We got here to go gummy bears for trick-or-treaters. I only got 4 gummy bears.
Yeah.
I know you fucking lying. This bag's still full?
Yeah. We didn't empty it.
I don't even remember what's in here. These 2 bags plus everything
This
that's...
is 5 bags of candy.
We don't know how many bags of candy is in here.
No, but
This is probably 5 bags of candy between these 2 bags. Plus the 45 goldfish?
well, they're physically bigger, so.
Yeah. Do you think we should try to incorporate some of that in here?
Goldfish or?
The goldfish. Your main is education from. I can't tell. Maybe down the Corey. Oh! You think you're so fucking smart?
Clearly, I'm very important. You make good.
What's that song? Girl, the way you're moving, got me in the train. DJ turn me up, ladies, this your. What song is that?
You would think you would know as much as you know the song. Go, Power Rangers.
Rangers together. I asked you that. And you said you want your meat out.
I don't think you want my meat out. You do.
You can do whatever you want. Listen, you're lazy. Go grind that meat.
I said I'm finna go ground the beef. I literally just said the word came all right. I literally just said I was finna go ground the beef.
Oh.
Damn.
My kitchen better be clean when I come out.
Your kitchen? Better be in the bag. Trying to put it in.
Shut up.
Try
that.
You almost saying shut up and right.
No, shut up. I don't like you. Turn the light on the TV.
Okay, what's good, guys? So I got her a blue basket, the actual basket that says Boo. I've let her just cute. And I got her some Wicked shorts. And I got her, she loves peanuts. I didn't realize it was such an aggressive love for peanuts. So I got her some peanut oven mitts, which I felt bad for doing that, but this is also cute. But I also got her a Witch's Coffee House. Stop by for a brew. I'm gonna put it right behind the coffee machine. Yes, right here behind the coffee machine, cause she always making coffee, and I just feel like it'd be funny. So yeah, that was all I got her. Truth be told, it was very slim pickings in every store I went to. I went to like 5 different stores. So when she watched this video, please know I was trying to appease you and your Boo basket needs. But I really thought this was cute, the little basket that says Boo, or container that says Boo. So hopefully you like it. And yeah, I'm finna go hide it around the house. So she got her eyes closed right now, so this should be entertaining for her to find it, because I know she gonna panic more than what she actually should. She probably gonna see this. This gonna be kind of hard to miss, but everything else I'm gonna try to hide it pretty well. But like I'm gonna hide it to where we would put it normally in the house. So hopefully she find it without freaking out too bad.
Okay, it's Halloween morning. Justin said that I have to go find my Halloween presents. The first place I'm gonna look is the garage. Excuse me, Jojo. I think I was wrong. I think. I don't see. Okay, I don't see anything in the garage, so I think I was wrong. Okay. If I was a present, where would I be? In JoJo's room? No. What the fuck? Okay. The bathroom? No. This is increasingly difficult. In the fridge? This is so cool. You guys, look, it's candy in a boo.
Like you gonna like the boo of it.
That is so cool. And they have Halloween Oreo. How are they green? They're orange and green. Mm-hmm. What? Monsters Hershey's Kisses? Wow, that's so cool. Okay, I found one.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one back here behind the coffee maker. I was not expecting that to be wooden when I grabbed it. Witch's Coffee House? Ah! Stop by for a brew? I love that. Oh, that is so cool. Wow, fantastic. Love that. Jojo, you have to help me find something. You just looking for trees, you're not helping. There's something in here? No. Is it in the air fryer? Oh, okay. I don't know. Is it a cup? No. Ah! Where did you find these? No, literally, where did you find these? These are so cool, Justin. I love it. What? Little Snoopy oven mitts. I want to cry.
Why?
Because I feel so loved. These are so cool. What? It's gonna be Halloween every day.
I figured you would like them.
Dodo, look. Isn't that so cool, Dodo? Wow. Thanks, Justin. Let's see.
Don't overthink.
Don't overthink.
But don't underthink. It's in the closet for a reason.
It's in the closet for a reason. Yeah, our closet looks so bad. Okay, if I'm in the closet. Is it this?
Mm-hmm.
These are so cute. Look at these pajama shorts. They're so cool. I love sleep shorts and I definitely don't have enough. Thank you, Justin. Okay, we're going to Lowe's because we need a 3-prong extension cord. We need some, what are they called? Like the little storage bins. And we also need some Lysol laundry sanitizer. So let's see if we can find everything we need. Y'all, I want this so bad. Justin's talking about it's $500, but it looks so cool. Like, how cool would this look on our front porch? That'd be so awesome. And they have like the little scene down here. It's so cute. Okay, we ended up finding the extension cord. It has 3 outlets and it's 3 prongs. So that's perfect. Under no circumstance is there ever a universe where I'm not coming home with that. I actually like this light up Snoopy a lot more, and it's not an inflatable, so I feel like that would just be a little bit better, I think. We're just trying to figure out how to get it down. Somehow Justin managed to make a gray drink at 7. Like, I feel like in the light it's kind of hard to see. This drink is literally gray. How anyway,
It's supposed to be purple because the red giant is red and I had blue raspberry, so I don't understand how we got gray.
I don't know. Somebody that knows something about color theory is telling you that you're wrong. Y'all can see my Snoopy in the bag. But I just got a lemonade and I got strawberry. No. What did I get? Mango, passion fruit, and peach. I think that's what I got. And it's really good. Now we're going to go to TJ Maxx and browse the Christmas decorations. Because what I've learned, what we both learned, is that you cannot shop for the holiday in season. You have to shop for the holiday months in advance. So like right now, it's Halloween. They're gonna have all the best Christmas stuff out right now. November, like first 2 weeks of November, it'll be okay. Like you'll still be getting good stuff. But like when you get to December, all the good stuff is gone. All of the good stuff is gone. November, you're still kind of in the safe zone. But December, you're finished. Like, it's Halloween right now. I guarantee you can't find a single Halloween decoration. And you probably haven't been able to find one all week. I bought a swim cap from Amazon. I'm gonna try to put it on. It's not the same color as my costume, though. It's a different color. It's a different color orange. Why is it's giving bald, that's for sure. My eyebrows, what the I don't know if I should put my eyebrows out or if I should leave them on like that. Do I have bags under my eyes? Like I can't even fucking tell. I feel like it looks like I'm concentrating so hard on something. I'm fucking sick. You're just gonna be sick when I list that one. I almost said I should paint my face orange, but I thought about it. I just decided against it. I don't even know where I would find body paint at this time anyway. I'm moving. Say happy Halloween. Halloween. Say happy Halloween. Oh.
Say trick or treat. Oh. Hey, look. Touch your shake your muscles.
Oh.
Jaden, show your
I'm
muscles.
scared. Ooh.
Jay, look.
He said, how about you look at this basket?
Look. Show your muscles. Show your muscles.
Ooh. Say happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
David.
Happy Halloween.
It is 7 o'clock basically. We had like big waves. They already got their Christmas decorations up. We had like some big waves, but I think it's died down a little bit. So we're gonna go drop Christmas bags off to Naya and Terica. But I'm so ready for this mustache to come off because I have been inhaling it. Oh, sheesh.
Oh, they jumping me.
Oh.
They jumping me.
Oh.
Oh.
The Muffin Man jumping you?
I'm not the fairest in the land.
Yeah, I know you're not.
Oh.
Oh, sheesh.
Oh. Oh, it's this belt.
Some eyebrows came off with that. Bro, be so serious.
This belt I had on.
Okay.
It's like, why is it so difficult to get off?
This ball cap so bald.
Yeah, you got no hair.
What's this one cap? But ooh,
Oh.
sheesh. Ugh. Woo. All right. Golly, y'all, that was a lot, but it was fun. I'm glad that I got to be off for that. It was cool. Next year, I don't know what we'll be. We left our little thing outside so they can come and grab as much candy as they want. It don't matter. I had to take that mustache off. Oh my god. The boys ain't want to come in here?
Oh, they didn't do it.
Oh, I was like, what? These green Snickers? Alright, you know what? Okay, let me change out of this. Alright guys, Halloween is almost officially over. It's 11:39 p.m. I feel like our trick-or-treating went by really, really well. It was kind of slow starting at first. Like, kids were just kind of trickling in. And then kids started to, like, come in droves. Just as non-around people came by, they got a good bit of candy. And then I also dropped off some candy bags to my old coworkers because, like I said, like, they were just having a hard night. And I knew that it would help to make them feel even just a little bit better because it's just hard being a nurse sometimes. But yeah, and then me and Justin ordered a pizza. We kind of munched on that. But overall, I'm really glad that I was able to be home for Halloween this year because it is one of my favorite holidays. And if I'm being honest, I am a November 1ster. Like, I would like to have our Christmas tree up tomorrow. Are we going to actually have our Christmas tree up? Probably not. Especially since, what?
This is a store, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you're going to go to storage while I'm sleeping. Yeah, I didn't think so. So we'll probably wait until I have an off day and then we'll put all of our Christmas stuff up. But I'm pretty sure it'll all be up by next week. Because our Christmas decorations are so pretty. And I feel like it just brings like, it's just a beautiful vibe to the house. Like last year we ended up leaving our Christmas decorations up until like the middle of January. Like something ridiculous. So yeah. I am very tired. I feel like it has just been a very, very, very long 2 weeks. But yeah, thank you guys so much for spending this week with me. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others. I love you, and I will see you next week.